A lovely afternoon to run for your life. It's a crisp, calm afternoon. Dried leaves crunch under my feet as I run through Haven Hills Forest. My pace is excellent. If I can keep it up, I'll get to my car with plenty of daylight left. I don't really mind the dark. I'll run all night on hard pack or pavement, but these are rocky trails, and a sprain out here is serious. This trail takes me way out past the meadow, through the swamp, and then 4 miles back to the lot. I check my pace on my smartwatch. Just under 9 minutes, it says. Suddenly, a shadow seems to launch out of me. I almost trip, but catch my balance and slow down. It's the long shadow of a tall, gangly pine, which is strange because there's no wind, actually. In fact, the shadow seems to be swaying, but the tree, it's perfectly still. I shake it off and start running, but now I can't shake the feeling that I'm being followed. I listen, but all I hear is the sound of my feet. There is a slowly creeping sense of fear rising inside me, and that pushes me to move faster. Hey, if that's what it takes, 8:30. I hold that pace for as long as I can, then slow to a stop to catch my breath at a marker. The woods feel uncannily still, and light isn't as good as it should be an hour from sunset. I decide I need to pick up the pace before taking a final glance back, scanning the woods for movement. The meadow's about a mile ahead. And my lungs are burning. The shadows surround me seem to be reaching out to grab me, and I'm sure someone is following me. I glance down at my watch. 8:15. The woods get darker, and I glance back over my shoulder. The shadows inexplicably sway against the stillness of the woods, and it's impossible to see who or what's behind me. Ahead, I can see the sun breaking through the trees and push harder. Harder. Harder! I swear. I feel something brush against my ankle, grabbing at it as I reach the meadow. It's brighter here, and I take a moment to catch my breath before looking back into the woods I came from. No movement, no one lurking in the shadows, nothing, just darkness. It's pitch black. I suddenly realize the deeper into the woods I look, the darker it becomes until blackness. I look down at the ground, where the shadows are creeping towards me. Beyond them, in the woods, the darkness edges forward. I turn and face the swamp. 3 miles to run, mostly flat ground. But I'm exhausted, and I still need to make it to my car after that. I break into a sprint towards slivers of light breaking through the trees over the swamp ahead as the darkness advances behind. I glance at my smartwatch, calculating my pace and the time I have before the darkness catches me.